Kindle's iOS app now has a button to make it easier to buy books. More on that coming up, but first, whether you're looking for a good Mother's Day gift or just refreshing your aging tablet, it's hard to find a better deal right now than the new iPad A16. We already consider it the best budget iPad at its standard going rate, but it remains on sale for $299 at Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy. And that's the lowest price we've tracked, and $50 off Apple's MSRP. Note that this deal applies to the entry-level configuration, which includes 128 gigabytes of storage and 6 gigabytes of RAM, and covers all 4 of the device's color options. Apple released the iPad A16 back in March, and we've since named it the budget pick in our iPad buying guide. It's not quite as refined or powerful as the iPad Air, as it's a bit slower for more involved tasks, and its non-laminated display has a harder time fending off glare. That said, it costs significantly less, and it's still more than enough tablet for the things most people do with an iPad. We gave it a score of 84 in our review. And finding the right gift for a new graduate in your life can be tough. Default ideas like a fancy watch or a monogrammed bag can be pricey and, let's face it, boring. Tech can be a good option, and no, you don't have to spend a fortune to get a solid gadget that they'd like. While expensive stuff like iPhones, smartwatches, and game consoles may come to mind immediately, they aren't the only option out there, and sometimes all it takes is a practical gadget like a power bank to make someone's life a little easier. That's especially applicable to new grads who are focusing all of their attention on snagging that new job or applying for further education. Check out our list of the best gifts for grads under $50 at Engadget.com. Amazon has finally streamlined the process by which folks can buy books via the iOS version of the Kindle app. The iPhone and iPad apps now include a Get Book button with each listed title. Hitting this button will bring up the corresponding Amazon page, along with the option for a one-click purchase. Once finalized, it directs users back to the Kindle app for some reading. This isn't as seamless as a simple in-app purchase, but it's miles better than the old method. This would require Kindle users to buy titles on their own via a web browser. There is no portal within the Kindle app or anything like that. Basically, you'd have to jot down the name of the book and head to the web version of Amazon to look it up and make a purchase. The move is, of course, thanks to a recent court ruling that banned Apple from collecting fees for digital items bought outside of the official App Store. This forced the company to update the App Store to allow for external payment options. As such, companies like Amazon can now experiment with new purchasing methods without forking over 27% to Apple. It's worth noting that the Kindle Get Book button still relies on a web version of Amazon. There's no current way to buy an ebook on the actual Amazon app. Still, this is a definite step in the right direction. Amazon isn't the only company making adjustments based on the recent court ruling. Spotify now lets users subscribe on iOS devices via an external link, thus evading App Store fees. Epic Games is not only bringing Fortnite back to the iOS platform, but also announced it's creating standalone web shops to support out-of-app purchases. Apple isn't exactly thrilled with this mad dash to avoid those lucrative App Store fees. It recently appealed the aforementioned legal ruling, but the grounds for this appeal are unknown. It's going to be an uphill battle for the iPhone maker, as the judge who issued the ruling called the App Store practices anti-competitive and a gross miscalculation. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Lawrence Bonk and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.